Rights. Everyone has them, but sometimes we adults tend to forget that children fall into that category. And speaking of rights, children have the right to access information, but it is for adults to guide them in the proper ways of accessing and utilizing said information. Welcome to another informative and exciting Monday edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry.
Good day, I'm Twyla Whelan and this is your JS News for Monday, May 6, 2024. The first in a series of community consultations for the government's $40 billion road improvement project got underway last week. The town hall meeting on the Shared Prosperity Through Accelerated Improvement to Our Road Network Spark program was held at the Edith Dalton James High School in St. Andrew on Thursday. It provided an opportunity for residents to engage with various government stakeholders on the road network in their communities that need repair. Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie reminded the residents that while the project will improve the quality of life, the process will also take time.
Once we collect all the roads, and once the roads are assessed, and once the assessment is done, then after that the process will commence. The National Works Agency has put in place a mechanism that will help to reduce the period of time.
The Spark program has allocated $20 million for the rehabilitation of community roads, and the remaining $20 million has been set aside to upgrade main roads. The expected outcomes include improved road safety, better localized drainage, reduced travel time and vehicle operating costs, as well as lessened motor vehicle carbon emissions. The meetings were being organized through the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, with approximately 228 divisions being targeted for consultations.
This is a collective response to dealing with our community roads. We are not telling you that this is the answer to all our problems, but this is a start. And this is your tax dollar that is being used in a way, giving you for the first time the opportunity to participate in a program of this nature.
Approximately 1,500 new jobs are about to come on stream in the tourism sector with the opening of 2 new hotels in Western Jamaica. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett gave the details during his opening presentation of the 2024-2025 sectoral debate last Tuesday. Minister Bartlett said the new positions will result from the completion of more than 2,000 new rooms this year.
We will open one with 750 rooms in Trelawney, Rio, yes. And later in the month of May, we will open one in Green Island with 1,000 rooms, Princess. And that will provide a new wave of some 1,500 new jobs. Not 1,500 jobs that had been poached. New jobs created for people.
Meanwhile, Minister Bartlett informed that 29% of visitor arrivals stayed in an Airbnb.
It is a new dynamic business model that is revolutionizing the accommodation subsector, and is generating income and resources to the ordinary people across the length and breadth of Jamaica.
According to Minister Bartlett, data for 2023 has indicated that Airbnb generated an estimated $31.8 billion in gross earnings from 1.3 million guest nights. Ministry of Finance and the Public Service says it will be instituting the Government of Jamaica Procurement Awards as an incentive for staff in this field. The initiative aims to celebrate excellence and innovation in the public procurement system across various entities. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark says the awards are intended to motivate individuals and teams within ministries, departments, and agencies to strive for excellence in public procurement practices.
Our intention is to make public procurement a rewarding career choice and option, with various ladders and stages of articulation through the system, that you can stay in public procurement for your entire career and have a fulfilling career, that it is seen as a place where you can earn respect for your professionalism and you can aid in national development.
Minister Clark says the GOJ Procurement Awards are also expected to raise the profile of public procurement and highlight its importance in driving efficiency and transparency in government operations. He was speaking at the recent Elevate Procurement Conference at the Montego Bay Convention Center. And finally, 40 fisherfolk based at the Discovery Bay Fisherman's Beach in St. Anne are now using climate change techniques in their operations after being trained by the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. Half of the participants received certificates in horizontal longline fishing, while the rest were certified in the use of fish aggregating devices, FADs. This is part of the ministry's Promoting Community-Based Climate Resilience in the Fisheries Sector project. Speaking at the handing over ceremony recently, Portfolio Minister Floyd Green said the program looked at all the challenges in the fisheries sector and prescribed solutions. He indicated that the training of the fisherfolk is one element of a comprehensive fisheries program aimed at alleviating the declining fish stock within the region and retooling artisanal fishers.
Fisheries continues to play a critical economic, social and cultural role for us as Jamaicans. So many communities depend on the fisheries sector for their survival. So many families are directly impacted by the work of our fishers. But as we know, our fisheries sector has faced its fair share of challenges.
Minister Green says the island is among the highest consumers of fish per capita in the world. However, most of the fish consumed are imported.
In fact, we are way past most of the region. But the reality is that 68% of the fish that we consume is imported. And we have to put a stop to that. And the only way we can put a stop to that is by ensuring that our fishers are able to go further out and to treat with the realities of climate change.
During the ceremony, the fisherfolk also received full pelagic fishing gear and equipment from the ministry, including ice boxes, VHF marine radios, catch lines, and hooks. And that's it for JS News Today. I'm Twyla Whelan. Thanks for watching.
Here's how we sign the alphabet.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sign with me?
The national budget is everybody's business, and the Ministries of Finance and Education and Youth are playing their part to educate our nation's children through the National Budget Secondary School Tour. Take a look.
sensitizing you about the national budget, as well as the role of the Ministry of Finance and the public service. And we have an informative, fun-filled morning planned just for you.
This year, the non-debt expenditure of the budget is $850 billion. How much of that gets spent on education? 20% approximately, let's say 19%, approximately $160 billion. So you can see what a big chunk of it education gets.
We still have to find innovative and creative ways of getting Jamaicans involved in the budgetary conversation, as we believe that understanding the budgetary process is a way of sensitizing the public at large as to how the overall budget works and what goes into the budgetary process.
Is to educate and empower our students to become informed and responsible citizens.
Everything we heard during this morning will instill key skills and insights that will help us academically, but also guide you to be better leaders and contributors to Jamaican society.
Budget. Can you tell me what comes to mind? Somebody says money. I don't know, you're all great because I expect to hear responses. I expect to become far in the responses. So somebody says money, somebody says savings, what else? What other words come to mind when you hear about budgeting?
Income.
Limit. Why would limit come to mind when you think of budgeting?
Because when you're budgeting, you kind of limit the amount of money you're going to spend, so it's kind of like a plan.
But as limits relates to it now, you don't want to overstep that money budgeted as I said, it's an estimated amount. The actual figures compared to estimated amounts, you don't want to overstep that.
When the budget is tabled and approved, the ministries would spend the money. There is an oversight process. So after the funds are spent, the Auditor General audits the accounts of the ministry, departments, and state involved.
You might have suspected that we're going to be doing a quiz challenge because if Jacob comes to St. Catherine, we have to test them, right? To let our people introduce themselves in the meantime.
Hi, I'm Jamar Perkins and I'm representing the 24 School Challenge Quiz Champion!
Good morning everyone, I'm Janelle Bell from 12 Alpha and I'm representing the Mighty Conquerors.
So our winner of the National Budget Secondary School Tour is St. Jacob!
The national budget is everybody's business.
Sign with me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sign with me.
As the Ministry of Education and Youth transforms the sector, let's go full steam ahead and equip our young ones for our ever-evolving society.
Let's go full steam ahead.
If you have the opportunity to get a STEM education, then you should, regardless of the field or the career choice. So even if you want to be a lawyer, the skills are transferable. So you still need to be a problem solver. You still need to be able to think critically. Employers are looking for graduates with STEM skills, with these 21st century skills.
Teaching future generations to think logically, critically, and focused on problem solving, all while grasping 21st century skills, is a challenge of a lifetime.
And the right policy to be put in place is to make sure that we are building schools that are going to be empowering our young people with science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
And of course, arts.
Because we believe that that is a space that we own and we can exploit for our economic and social development.
The new STEAM Academy being built at Dumby Holden in Bernard Lodge, St. Catherine, is not where it ends. STEAM is being infused in all aspects of public education, with the method modified to suit each environment. At the Alpha Primary School, a partnership with the private institution, STEM Builders Learning Hub, is expanding the aptitude and skills of children as young as age 6.
Little Einstein's program started in 2022, and it is out of the need to actually reach the students where they are at their different levels, and also to ensure that we start early. So this program primarily is for early childhood education institutions and for primary schools. So the program actually takes place once a week or twice, depending on the need. And we actually take the students through hands-on learning by them creating different things like robots, flashlights. So they're learning the theory, but they're also creating. Hi, I'm Cavell Hilton, CEO and founder of STEM Builders Learning Hub. We connect students to quality science, technology, engineering, and mathematics tutors, as well as resources, including our STEM activity box or science kits. STEM Builders Learning Hub started because we recognize the need to provide quality resources for students.
We have done helium balloons, an explosion, a flashlight, a glow-in-the-dark slime, and now we are building an air car.
One of the major benefits of enrolling children in STEAM education is the fact that it awards them the skills associated with the 4 C's of what is needed to excel in this 21st century: critical thinking, communication, creativity, and collaboration.
STEAM education is very inclusive because it encourages students to do hands-on activities, and the kind of question that students are asked to answer, they're not given the answer, so they would need to think about it. It allows them to experiment if they are wrong. It also gives them the time to go back, think about what they did wrong and how they are able to correct it.
As it relates to artificial intelligence, AI, I'm optimistic about the future as it relates to it. And knowing everything, you have negative and positive. But I think the approach is for us not to fear the technology because it's here whether we like it or not. And so my approach is to figure out how we can use it in our classroom in a safe way, and also for us to be able to not just be consumers of this technology, but that we try to also create things that will represent our perspective and our point of view from this side of the world, from a female, from a black person, from a Caribbean person.
The goal of STEAM education is to foster the true innovation that comes with combining the mind of a scientist or technologist with that of an artist or designer and letting it work together for the greater good. So, how prepared are you in getting your child ready for STEAM education? It's already here. Get with the times and help put your child on the map with the skills of tomorrow.
Let's explore where innovation meets sustainability to cultivate a more resilient future for our agriculture industry.
Choosing the freshest produce at the market is something that we all do as Jamaicans, especially when we want to whip up a mouth-watering pot of food. Incorporating climate-smart agricultural practices is one way to ensure that there is no disruption in our food quality, availability, and accessibility. But what exactly is climate-smart agriculture? It is simply farming practices designed to improve the resilience and the productivity of land affected by climate change. After a trip to get the freshest vegetables, I set aside time on another day to witness examples of Jamaicans employing climate-smart agricultural practices that should boost farm productivity and efficiency while lowering environmental impact. Here's what I've learned. 22-year-old Javian Bassier, who finished third in a competition for agricultural smart technology, has developed smart irrigation technology that he uses on his own farm in Clarendon.
I've made an irrigation system that is fully automated, and you can stay at home on your Android phone and operate it. So it chips in the water because you have sensor in the field, so it will chip in and chip out water when it's needed. A system like this will get 15% more yield, less in labor costs. A system like this now is a very good system to have because it's labor conscious, so you don't spend as much money for labor, and then your plant get adequate water when needed and when not needed to turn off.
At the College of Agriculture, Science and Education case, they are pairing aquaculture and hydroponics to get double the bang for the buck.
We are demonstrating the aquaponics system. Aquaponics itself is an integration of hydroponics and aquaculture. Now, just to tell you how it works. Now, the fish will get food. When the fish get the food, they produce waste. This waste is usually rich in nitrogen, and therefore this is going to be converted by bacteria, and the plants will use this as food. So what we do is that we're getting two sources of food while we're only offering food to one.
Agriculture uses about 70% of the world's supply of fresh water, and aquaponics help to reduce that, while also allowing for growing foods on less land acreage.
Based on modern day technology, we are basically introducing smart agriculture practice. And this is a way in which we can conserve, especially on water. In an aquaponic system, we are using 90% less water to grow a crop than we would use in regular outfield. And we are also harvesting crop much earlier. In addition, we increase the stocking density over the different areas. So we basically are getting better yield, faster time, and we're using less water, so it's more efficient. We just want you to understand that there are three organisms that work in order to get the miracle of this system. The fish, the bacteria that are going to convert in the waste from the fish, and the plant, which is the vegetable, which is going to produce food for us. So it is a system that you can adopt for urban area or for commercial system, and it works just magical for all operators.
Can we get any more creative than this? Yes, we can. Youth farmer and student Denicia Garden demonstrates how anyone can use vermin composting to be environmentally responsible.
So this is something simple. You can start this by using simple things, everyday materials that you have within your backyard or within your household. So you can just use your regular waste. We're showcasing the vermicomposting, and that is done with the use of the California red worms. So these are earthworms that we use to break down organic waste into nutrient-rich solutions. For our vermicomposting that we have here, you'll see that we just use feces from our farm, from our small ruminants farm, and we use waste grass. So that's all we use. This is something that we're supposed to think about doing because it is environmentally sustainable and eco-friendly. So it doesn't affect the environment in a negative way, and it decreases the greenhouse gas emissions within the air. So it is very eco-friendly.
Climate-smart agricultural practices boost farmers' livelihoods and open new economic avenues for them and the country. Being inventive and applying these practices not only enhance climate resilience and reduce pollution and other environmental hazards, but also increase productivity.
So x is -1 and y. Number 2 me there. Oh, so you get that?
Alicia, I know the new second gen AirPods Pro that.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you're rich?
No, I just know to budget.
Budgeting? What she mean?
Well, my mom taught me. Like a plan for your saving and expenses, it basically keeps you on track of what you're saving for.
What?
Think of it like farming. You plant the seed today, and in a few months or even years, you reap the rewards.
Alright. But oh yeah, budget? And you no work and you not pay bills?
Well, I use my lunch money, and my parents even give me a little pocket money. Budgeting works, because I started saving for my AirPods in January, and I bought it in March. Every mickle, make a muckle.
Girl, you? I'm good that. Get there.
Yes, girl. This is how you start. First, you track your income. These are all the money you get. Then, you list your expenses. These are the things you spend the money on, like food, snack, or lunch, or even our taxi and bus fare. Then, you differentiate between your wants and your needs. Needs are the essentials, and the wants are things like games or the latest fashion.
Well, it look like me I spend more money on wants than needs.
Well, you can fix that. First, you find a spending limit, and that is, don't go overboard. Then, you don't pass $1,000 for the week.
Well, me, I go start budget for my birthday trip on the grill. And me, I go budget for the 15 Pro Max.
You'll be saving for the rest of your life. Well, guys, your goals have to be realistic, so don't pass the money that you don't have.
Alright, I guess I can settle for the 11.
So budgeting aside, Alicia, what you listen to?
Jerusalem.
Hey,
So remember, budget for your dreams, plan today, thrive tomorrow.
We've come to the final stop of today's magazine, but the journey doesn't end here. Tune in tomorrow, same time, on this same station for another informative edition of Jamaica Magazine. If you missed any of our happenings or you just want to learn more, visit our website at jis.gov.jm. From the production team here at the JIS, I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.